Hello, my absolutely beautiful Sagittarius friends, and welcome to your horoscope for April of 2022, where this month Sagittarius busy cosmic sky. We've got a lot of big transits going on, so the energy is moving and shaking, and I'm telling you, whatever you have been working on, it is launched out here. It is out. It is moving. And don't worry if it's a little weird or if you're a little weird. It's already rolling forward. Some of the best things that have come about were really awkward when they began. So just let's go out here and use this energy this month, Sagittarius, to make some progress, okay? We've got a solar eclipse, Pluto stepping into retrograde, and Jupiter and Neptune coming together. Your home zone is incredibly busy this month, so there is progress to be had and made. Now, also to support your learning, support your growth, there's lots going on in the astro community as well. OPA has got their virtual and in-person, thank you very much, conference going on. Norwax coming up in May. We've also got ESAR coming down the road and many more in between. You can click in my description box down below to get information, get signed up for all of those things. Plus right here on the YouTube channel, the YouTube Academy is still going, and we are busy beetles. So whatever it is that you're needing to do, wanting to do to support your astro education and information and kind of give you a little fuel for the spirit, we've got that going on out here, all right? All right, Sag, let's get in here and take a look at what's going on this month. Now, right at the beginning of the month, coming in hot, we've got fellow fire sign Aries having a new moon at 11 degrees. We're going to plant our seeds of intention to either begin something new or give something like a fresh perspective, a fresh boost of air under this Aries energy. Aries is cardinal fire, so it is like boom! It is that initial fiery push of the rocket as we launch off, right? So this is a launching place for you. Now, this is in the 5th house, Sagittarius. Oh, joy, pleasure, adventure, risk, true love. This is what lives in your 5th house, children. Conception. And this is not just conceiving children, conceiving a business idea, conceiving under adoption, conceiving and receiving stepchildren, right? This all lives in this 5th house place because whatever you do in the 5th house, you're going to have to take some kind of risk to be bold enough to step out there to actually do it. So Sagittarius, what are you planting your seeds of intention to boldly go where you have never gone before? Where are your children, your projects, your business launching something it's never done and seen before, or getting a little bit of a course correction to it? Whatever it is, plant your seeds of intention right here on the 1st. On the 5th, we see Venus moving into the energy of Pisces, joining both Jupiter and Neptune, although they are quite far from each other at this point. But Venus moving into the energy of Pisces lights up your 4th house space, which is very busy this month. There is focus happening here. Venus coming into the 4th house, if there have been challenges at home, in the home zone, with the homeowners association, okay, like whatever it is on the domestic front, you could find Venus bringing a salve, bringing a little bit of healing or rebalancing, maybe even just some damn diplomacy to the table around this area of your life. For some of you as well, it could very much so be that Venus is bringing in a little bit of finance to you as you work from home. Maybe you're bringing in a different job or you've created a different resource for yourself and you're able to see that coming from this Venetian move. Now, Venus, as it pulls in, is a magnetizing energy. So it's really like you don't need to work so hard. Let the universe do the heavy lifting. And if you got to find that place to live, say, universe, I need some help finding my next place to live that is in my best alignment along the lines of financing that I can afford. Ask. Put yourself out there minorly to see where the properties may be, and then let the universe do a lot of the heavy lifting, which is not always the Sagittarian way, but trust and use that energy. The other thing that I think is very important about Venus in the home zone is, have you needed to allow for some forgiveness and surrender in your home area? Has there been something going on and you really have needed some help to just see it from a different perspective that allows a little bit of grace? This will be a phenomenal energy for that. On the 10th, we see Mercury moving into Taurus, which lights up your 6th house. Now, Mercury moving into the 6th house of daily routines, schedules, my health, my wellness, my practitioners, my mental health and wellness, being of service or maybe being a caretaker to someone else, medical things all live in the 6th house area. As Mercury moves into Taurus, Mercury is our decision-making and communication planet. So it's deliberate. It's practical, what we're talking about. It is about slowing down and being very intentional and focused into this area. So if you needed to plan a project, you needed to sit down and actually look at your diet to figure out what is messing with your gut and is therefore keeping your mind in chaos. This is a time to sit down, get pen and paper, go through your patterns. Taurus will phenomenally be able to help you slow down and to find it. Not to mention, Taurus energy is linked to the body and to the senses. So if something is feeling off in your sensory zone, Mercury will love to do pattern checking to help you figure out what's going on. If you did need to sign a contract or do something like that, this is also a wonderful energy. Good for you freelancers as well, okay? When we get to the 12th, we see Jupiter and Neptune coming together at 23 degrees of Pisces. Now, again, this is the 4th house energy. This energy is phenomenal because neither Jupiter nor Pisces nor Neptune nor Pisces know any bounds. It's a boundless energy. So it's this sense of a culmination of belief and ideals and wisdom coming together. And it is like anything is possible. I can do anything. I can go anywhere. I can have any experience. My eyes and my senses and my mind are expanded. The horizon is wide. Anything's available for me. I'm ready for the next adventure. And I love that. And I want you to take it on. And is this the home of your dreams? Is this that you have said, I don't want to live where I live anymore. I'm willing to take the adventure to go live in a different country, learn a different language, put my creative arts out there, stop drinking, stop doing drugs, surrender to my past, allow something to come to rest. Whatever it is in this 4th house energy, forgive my parents, right? Whatever it is in this area, there is a real possibility for everything that you want to come to light here. Now, where I am cautious of this energy for not just you personally, Sagittarius, but for our world in general right now, is that the vision may also come with a reality check. And the reality check is not a no, it might be a not yet. Hold tight for a minute. Let's get a little bit more information. So you're like, yes, I am willing to quit my job and go live in another country. So the reality check may be, now that's awesome. We want to do that, but do you have the resources to make that happen, right? So there may be something that you find that is very practical, very material, resource worldly, and you're having to reality check that the vision is good, but the resources might not be yet. Now there's help coming around on the 14th as Mars moves into the energy of Pisces. And Mars here doesn't get to just be like, hi-ya, and go right at the thing. It's not this. It's not Mars working like that. Instead, Mars is in the Piscean waters, having to create strategy and solution, but in a very creative way. This is what I like to call the creative third option. You didn't even see it. You didn't know it was available. Maybe you didn't know it was available because you didn't know you needed to look for it, right? Or maybe you just need another solution to that very big vision that you have for your life going forward. Mars in Pisces is going to be driven. It'll have a desire. So there is some emotional desire context to finding solution, to meeting the needs of other people, to having surrender, having freedom, having the creative assimilation that can come with this 4th house energy. Finding that property, healing the generational trauma wounds, all of those kinds of things are very much so available under creative Mars in Pisces. When we get to the 16th, we've got a full moon happening at 26 degrees of Libra. This is going to light up your 11th house space. So the full moon asks us to end something, acknowledge something, or make an adjustment of some variety. It's like course correct, please, right? Or see this from a different perspective. So in the 11th house, this is friends, social grouping, social media. your long-range plans, goals, designs, your aspirations, how you would like to be seen in the world, right? This is a big position for this. So under Libra, you may be being asked to look at the balance in this area. Where are you being too much of a friend and not getting friended back? Where are you having people show up for you in a friendship or a social zone and you're not actually participating? Another thing I think of under Libra, because Libra is incredibly business savvy, is, in your business, in what you're doing, whether it's for your company that you own or something else that you don't, are you actually out of balance by not having a strong social presence? Or are you too socially present and you're burned out, right? Just the balance of how you're doing that is going to present itself. Remember that the sun is over in Aries in that 5th house. So it's like, let's take a risk. Let's take a risk. And maybe the risk is, I don't need to be on the internet all the time. Or maybe the risk is, okay, I got to come out, right? So whatever it is, it's looking to help you rebalance your scales here. On the 19th, we see the sun moving into the energy of Taurus. Now we've got Mercury working over there. Taurus season begins here. The 6th house gets lush, but it may also slow down just a little bit while you get into it. Because now you need to be looking at, what are you working on? What are you building? What is happening in what you're maintaining? Is it still got a strong structure underneath it? Is it valuable? Does it still make money? Does it have what's connected to your self-worth, right? In your daily routine, when you get up every day, Sagittarius, are you like, ooh, are these my thighs? Yes, they are. Or are you hating your body, right? Where can you bring some delicious that Taurus brings to the table, where you celebrate this daily routine, you celebrate this form, you celebrate the way that your mind works, you celebrate, the people that you get to be of service to, you celebrate having a job because it's delicious. Where can you welcome this energy in and see what you're building when you create that kind of environment? As we get to the 29th, a bit of a busy day, okay? First of all, we've got Pluto, who's been in pre-retrograde shadow since January, now coming into its retrograde at 28 degrees of Capricorn. Now, this is lighting up your 2nd house space, okay? And you have been working on those finances, your value, your possessions, all of this since 2008. So this is not new information. In fact, you are at the end of some of these lessons. And so this means progress has happened. There's also been a downfall in some of your financing and your ideas around finance, around self-esteem, around worth and what makes you valuable, right? Something had to die off within you and your belief structure so that something else could live. What was next and evolved needed to be able to live. Now, as we see this retrograde at 28 degrees, so just almost out of Capricorn energy, it's your last chance to go into your finances, how you make money, your creative skills, talents, beliefs about yourself, and allow the things that you are power struggling with to present themselves so you can see that it's actually destructive and not useful, and allow this Plutonian energy to help it die off. Yet again, something will die off so that something else can live in this area. So it's really lovely for you to get involved with. And Pluto tends to roll beneath the level of consciousness. So you might have had some of these behaviors and power struggles that you really didn't see or you didn't understand were even still there. Pluto will come out of retrograde in October and leave post-retrograde shadow in January 2023. Now, also on the same day, we've got Mercury moving comfortably into the energy of Gemini just across the street from you. So the 7th house. So your relationship life could get busy. People are asking you questions. You've got to make decisions. Am I going here? Am I doing this? You might be networking like crazy at this time. Where is the information, the mail, the texts, the emails, the TikToks, the whatever. The information could be absolutely flying at you. And it may actually be a period too in terms of relationships where you're doing a lot of learning about other people. Now, if you needed to sign contracts or do anything like that, you can definitely do it under this energy for sure. But I want you to know whatever's happening in the busyness of your chosen significant relationships, you will have a chance to review this in May because Mercury is also going to retrograde in the energy of Gemini. As we're closing out this month, end of April, we have got a boom on our table. So we've got a solar eclipse happening at 10 degrees of Taurus. Now this is again in that 6th house space. You got a sneak peek of what you were working with beginning and bringing to some kind of new value in November of 2021. Now if you're old enough also, you can flash back yourself to 2014 and also to 2003. What was happening in your health and your daily routine? What was happening in your company if you're self-employed? What was happening around your fitness, your wellness, your mental health and your body, or being of service to other people? As we're having this solar eclipse, it's still the new moon. Plant your seeds of intention. What would you like to build, maintain, grow, and create longevity with in your 6th house area? Now, you've got this to play out for the next 6 months. And really, because we've got the eclipses happening in Taurus and Scorpio all year, the rough edges of what you're creating will be rubbed down between this Taurus and Scorpio lunations so that this area and your private life can be as polished and as comfortable as you need them to be. Your time in the present, your time in surrendering something from the past and moving into transition, these will be really abundant by the time we leave 2022. So make the best use of this beautiful energy here, okay? All right, my beautiful Sagittarius friends, I hope to see you around the astro communities. Obviously, hope to see you here every week and every month for all the astro guidance that is going on. Have a gorgeous month. I love you a ton, and I'll see you next month. Bye, Sag.